Today I am going to cover a fern that I encountered on my walks for quite a while. I've been looking at it, and finally I could get a reasonably good identification. And this fern, it's called Blecnum orientale. And it's an evergreen fern that forms a clump of arching fronds. You can see those big arching fronds coming out, and then 20 to 200 centimeters tall. So in a good location, old plant, it can have huge fronds. Then the fronds emerge from a thick rhizome that arises in a short erect trunk. So this is one of those tree ferns. And then it grows in open slopes in rainforest, road cuttings. This is a road cutting, what I am covering now. So some partial sunlight and plenty of shade and moisture and all they need. And a couple of hours of sunlight is what they prefer. Preferably morning sunlight. Then so open slopes in rainforest, road cuttings, growing in colonies. So you have to provide that kind of location if you want it to thrive, where that moist, partial sunlight, and then that rainforest type of medium to grow and all. Then it's also a herb. It's antiviral, contraceptive, and tonic. It has some other uses. In Sri Lanka and all, they make some dish out of that fronds. So now I told about the plant. Let's have a look at it close up. These leaves are absolutely gorgeous leaves. And then in the older leaves, you can see that kind of a line in the middle. Then underneath also, there's a central kind of a stripe. I think that one contains the spores and all. Then sideways there is those lines are there, lateral lines, veins. So all that I'll show the close-up in a while. So let's have a look at the base of the plant first. This is that stem, that rhizome that comes up, and then from that those fronds are emerging. And then this one, it becomes tall over a period of years. This particular plant is in the ditch, so it gets regularly weeded and abused and all, but it didn't die. If it is undisturbed for some 5 or 10 years, this will become tall as it becomes old. Then the new leaves look like that as they emerge, curled up and like that. And then also these little things are there. I don't know what they are called. Then apart from that, these fronds are the main feature. Very beautiful, decorative, and quite charismatic presence is there. Then the young tender shoots are also very beautiful. They have a kind of peculiar spiral shape. We'll have a quick look up at the details. I'll do the close up now. So that's the leaves. You can see they're beautiful and smooth, but you can feel those veins when you touch it. Really marvelous. So it's very nice, beautiful like that. Then let's look at the more mature leaf. This stem. This part. This also you can see it has a kind of like a question mark and thick and succulent. I think this is the part that's eaten, the stir fry, and it's supposed to be crunchy and nice. In Sri Lanka and then Philippines and Papua New Guinea and all, it seems they eat it. In India, it's not that common where it's become part of the dishes, but I'm sure tribals and all must have been the seasonal food at one time in this coastal rainforest type zones of India, where also it occurs. Then it's a very widespread species. It occurs in a wide range of areas in the tropics, from in India, Bangladesh, then Burma, all the way up to China and even Australia, I think, and some places it has become an invasive weed also, because this garden trade has taken it for its showy looks and also for edible and all. And from there they have escaped the cultivation those gardens and then gone wild. So these are the spores. Numerous seeds are found. Then in the season, the little babies also get born. Lots of them. So they usually form a clump. If there is one mother plant, you can be quite sure to see small those new ones in the vicinity. So we'll have a look at one more specimen and I'll show some of those babies and then close this video. This actually the mother of all these, and this one, and as well as most of the ones that are occurring in this small patch of road cutting, is there in the corner, but its location is not that favorable. So it is not exactly thriving, but it is not died also. It has survived. These are the small ones, the babies of this Blecnum orientale. These the side and all, you can see there is no serration and all. It's quite flat and nice. Then the younger fronds also, they have some curling feature. That's the base. So like this, some 20 or 50 of these babies are there. So, and since this is a ditch, it gets weeded every year. In this kind of location, it's a good idea to save those babies and rescue them and plant them somewhere. So this is one more. Then here, this is the third one. So lot of babies are there. Then that mother plant I'll try to show without falling. I have to climb up. This is the main specimen. It's in a bad location. It's also road cutting only, but the edge is not all right, and then it's a little waterlogging also may be happening. It's not that happy, and the wall is covered with the babies of this one. Quite a few are there, numerous ones, and also some Lygodium and other species are there. I'll have to cover this wall separately. Looks very interesting. So this is the Blecnum orientale, and then around it, the plants that are occurring are that asperimum, Cynospermum asperimum, then this Ophiresia bungos, and that Musa and then this one, that bandicoot berry, and lygodium. So it's surrounded by beautiful other plants, and also it is this is a kind of place where that Sonarilla reedii also grows.